Hello everyone. This presentation was made to let you know how we may meet our end. I'm Vamsi Sukamanchi. The contents of this presentation are how animals are used as products, the increase in their consumption, the land footprint, the water footprint, the effects on the environment, and what we can do to stop this. Let's look at animal products. These are the main reasons they are bred and raised for. The list includes meat, milk, milk products such as butter, cheese, etc., and eggs. This slide shows how much meat a person is consuming per year. It is important to note that the population has also increased in this time period. We can see an increase of 10 kg per person per year. This raises a question on why is the consumption of the meat increasing? The simple answer is that the countries are getting richer. This chart shows the meat consumed by each person in the year 2007. I have labeled some points for reference, and the size of the circle represents the population of each country. Now, fast forwarding 10 years, we can see that many of the developing countries have increased their meat consumption. These countries have added 10 kgs per person on an average. So, why should we care? We should care because breeding and raising these animals requires resources, and some of the resources are non-renewable, like fresh water. Doing this also leads to pollution, as we may see in the future slides. Here, we can see that animals and their byproducts taking up land which could have been used to grow crops. This would have been much more efficient because we can extract more calories, which could in turn feed more people. This graph shows that the amount of livestock per hectare is increasing. This could mean the demand is increasing, and we are able to create confined places where livestock is grown prolifically without the need of an enormous open land or a pasture. This is another chart which reinforces the point in the previous slide. We can observe that the percentage of pasture land, the place where livestock lives and feeds themselves, has decreased with respect to the agricultural land. This lack of land leads to treating animals with steroids so that they grow faster and bigger. This is unhealthy for humans to consume. This also leads to the birth of new diseases like swine flu, bird flu, mad cow disease, affecting the animals and sometimes humans as well. Finally, animal abuse is also observed in some of these facilities. Now, let's talk about one of the most important limited resources in the world, fresh water. In this bubble plot, we can make out that nuts, meat, cheese, rice, and some oils use a lot of water to be produced. This water could have been used to quench regions where it is scarce. In this slide, we will investigate something you may not have heard of. When producing food, some of the nutrients are lost into water. This water may be discharged to a larger water body, which leads to the growth of algae and aquatic plants, thus reducing the oxygen levels in water. This implies less oxygen for aquatic animals, leading to a decrease in their population. In addition to all this, producing meat also emits more greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, and chlorofluorocarbons than the transport industry. It also leads to decrease in the biodiversity, and finally it questions some of the important human ethics. So what can we do? We could start by eating less meat, buying vegan alternatives like almond milk, plant-based meats. But some people may ask, what about that protein though? We could use lentils, uh, They're high in protein, good for your health too, and for the environment too. What about healthy fat? We can consume avocados, nuts, and oils. Thank you for investing your time for a better future.